Hey, Byron Intermediate School. This is Mr. Rodemeyer, and I hope you have found this first week of school to be awesome because it's been awesome for me, and just seeing you coming back through our doors has made my day each and every day as I've come to school. So I hope routines and procedures are becoming a little bit more normal for you, that you have a sense as to kind of what we do and why we do it each and every day. So I wanted to take a moment just to share a little bit about who I am as your principal, and also a little bit about what we believe in here at Byron Intermediate School. So in front of you is a picture of my family. I've got 4 wonderful kids. My oldest son is Luke. My only daughter is Ella. My second son is Eli. He's at Byron Middle School. And my youngest son is Lane, who's a 4th grader here at Byron Intermediate School. And next to me there is my wife, Jen. We've been married for 20 years, and we just love to do things together as a family. In fact, this picture was taken on a family vacation that we went to. I never knew it, but in the United States, there are sand dunes like you would see in Egypt. They're beautiful, and we had fun one day exploring in this national park in Colorado. We did sandboarding and sand sledding. It was just amazing, and I wanted to show that picture to you. Other than that, we do have a dog named Murphy. He isn't in this picture. He didn't make the trip with us, but we've had him for about 5 years now. Other things about me, I love sports. My favorite sport is basketball. I'm a huge Iowa Hawkeye fan. I do cheer for the Vikings and the Twins and the Timberwolves, but when it comes to college sports, I'm a big Hawkeye fan. Go Hawks! The other thing that I really love to do is read. I read a lot, not just because I have to as a principal, but because I really enjoy that. And my hope is that you enjoy reading, because I know you'll be doing a lot of that this year within our school too. So those are some things about me, and we'll get to know each other here throughout the year. Now, if you've been here at our school or at the primary school for the last several years, you know what it means to be a star, but I always like to remind us of that, especially for those new students who've just moved in. So if you think about it in your mind right now, I want you to think about what our 5-star goals are. I'll pause for a few seconds and see if you can think about those. What are our 5-star goals? Do you have them all? All right, the first one in being a star is safety first. Safety first. That's why we're doing a lot of these procedures here this year with COVID, because we care about you and we want to keep you safe. So wearing masks would be a great example of being safe. Washing our hands would be another way to stay healthy and safe. Making sure that we're staying seated on the bus. If you're riding the bus to school or home each day, that's an example of being safe. Walking within your classroom or in the hallway, other great examples of being safe. I'm sure you can think of a lot more, but those are a few safety examples because safety is important at Byron Intermediate School. All right, for the T. The T stands for teamwork. We help each other here. That's what we do as Byron Bears. We help one another because we care about one another. So if we have a problem, we work together to solve it. If we don't understand something, we ask for help. Teamwork is important. Whether you're playing sports or whether you're in the classroom, we need to help each other. Teachers help students, students help teachers. We all help each other to make our school a better place. The A, always take pride. I'm proud to be a Byron Bear, and I hope you are too. Now, always taking pride also means doing our best. That we take pride in the work that we do each and every day. We give our best effort because our best effort matters. We don't expect you to know everything, but we do expect you to try and give your best effort each and every day. If you see litter or paper in your classroom, pick it up. This fall, I know we've been eating in our classroom, so it's important to keep our classrooms clean for our custodians and our teachers. We pick up after ourselves, keeping our backpack organized, keeping our desk organized. All of those things show pride in our school. All right, R is responsibility. Responsibility is really nothing more than doing your job, and doing your job the best that you can. My job is to be the principal. Your teacher's job is to teach. And your job is to learn. And so the more that you do your job, the easier it is for me to do my job as principal and for your teachers to do their job. We also ask you to be responsible with your iPad. We ask you to be a digital citizen to make sure that you're using that correctly and appropriately. Many of you have planners that we ask to fill out. Some of you will have homework to do each night. All of those things are examples of responsibility. And then in the last S stands for showing respect. Showing respect is important at Byron Intermediate because manners matter at our school. Showing respect is nothing more than using good manners, raising our hand, using indoor 1-inch voices, understanding that we're all different. We look different. We may talk differently. We may think differently. And that we're respectful of the differences that we each have. Being respectful to one another and one another's things is an important part of being a student at Byron Intermediate School. And when we do all of those things, we call that in-star behavior. In-star behavior is when we're modeling safety first, teamwork, taking pride, responsibility, and showing respect. And that's what we want you to do each and every day. And be a role model for others as well, especially our younger ones. If you're seeing them after school on the bus, to and from school each and every day, be a model for them. Now, I understand that sometimes we make mistakes. But when we make those mistakes over and over again, it can turn into bullying. And our goal here at our school is to have 0 bullies each and every day. You see, a bully is somebody who says mean things or does mean things to you intentionally over and over again. Let me say that again, what a bully is. A bully is somebody who says mean things or does mean things to you on purpose over and over again. So there's a pattern to it. It happens frequently. They do something, they use their words or their actions to purposefully, intentionally hurt you. And as I said, there's no bullies allowed at our school. And so we work hard, your teachers and I, to prevent bullying from happening. But unfortunately, we can't see everything, and we can't do everything. So we rely on you as students to respond in an appropriate way. So here's a few strategies that you can use if somebody is bullying you, if they're saying mean things or doing mean things to you. The first thing you can do is walk away. A lot of times people want to get on your nerves. They want to get you to have a bad day. And if you simply walk away, tell them to ignore them, they'll stop. Now sometimes they don't stop. And when they won't stop, you can give them an iMessage. Solution number 2, use your words and tell them to stop. A lot of times, people don't understand that what they're saying or what they're doing is hurting you. So if you simply tell them what you don't like, why you don't like it, and what you want them to do instead, they'll stop. But sometimes they won't. And when they don't, the third thing you can try is reporting it. And fortunately for you, there's lots of people in our school you can report it to. Me, of course, your principal. I care a lot about you. Your teachers. our paras, the bus driver, our custodians, the nurse. There's all kinds of people in our school who care about you. And if somebody is bullying you, and you've tried to walk away, and that didn't work, you've tried to tell them to stop and maybe use an iMessage, and that didn't work, always, always report it. Now, what we don't want is to make the problem worse. And what I mean by that is it's easy to say something mean or do something mean back. But all that does is make the situation worse. And at our school, we want to make problems better, not worse. So please, 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 students, think before you act. Think before you say something. Use these strategies of walking away, telling them to stop and using your words, and reporting it. Please don't make the problem worse and say something mean back or do something mean back. Now we also have a bully tip line located on our webpage. So if something happens to you on the way home, or something happened to you at school and you just didn't feel comfortable saying anything to me or your teachers, when you get home, you can go online and report it. And what happens is I get an email and I'll follow up with you the next day so that I can learn more about what happened so it doesn't happen again. Now there's also something called the buddy bench on our playground. I know our playgrounds aren't being used as frequently, but if something happens on our playground, please use the buddy bench. The buddy bench is a signal for your teacher and others in your class to know that something has happened. Whether you're hurt or whether you've been bullied, you can always go to the buddy bench, and another student or your teacher or a para will come to you and help you out. Overall, what we want you to be as a Byron Intermediate School student is to be an upstander, not a bystander. Upstanders respond the right way. Bystanders do nothing. And we want you to respond in the right manner, using those solutions. Because bullying might not even happen to you, but it might be happening to somebody next to you, a friend of yours, somebody in your classroom. Because understand this, students, if you choose to bully, if you choose to show out-of-star behavior, there are consequences. It could be a visit with me or a phone call home, or maybe even a recess detention or an after-school detention. There's consequences for those who make poor choices. But I know that's not going to happen to us, because I know you're going to be shining stars this year. There's other things that we're going to learn about how to be a good citizen and how to have great character. Our counselor is going to be coming, and your teachers will be using things like the second step or the 7 mindsets to really allow us to learn about what it means to be a good person and to help and support others. Now, if we do all those things, we'll be letting our light shine. And that's what I encourage you to do, to let your light shine bright. Because that's what stars do. Stars shine light. And the more that we shine our light, the less bad things will happen within our school. So I'm counting on you, students. Let's make this year at Byron Intermediate School the best it can be. Have a great year. Be a star.